Hi, good morning, everybody. Psalm 44, 1 and 2 says, "We have heard with our ears, O God. Our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days in the times of old. How thou didst drive out the heathen with your hand, and planted them, how thou did afflict the people, and cast them out." Listen, the psalmist is obviously writing about past victories of God, the past victories of God for God's people. And notice how he says, "We've heard what you've done through our forefathers. We've heard the things that you've used them for. We've heard the way you've driven out the heathen from the land. We've heard those mighty things that you've done, oh God." And listen, it's up to us as God's people to tell the next generation the glories of God and the victories of God. It's up to us to say, hey, this is what God did for me. This is what I was. This is what I am now because of God. Let me tell you about some of those victories in my life. And in particular, the psalmist says, the way you driven out the heathen. Remember when Israel took the land of Canaan and God raised them up, made them a great nation, and he used them to push out all the enemy armies and the enemy peoples that were against the people of God. God said, drive them out, push them out, and I will be with you. I will empower you to do that. And they said, we heard about that, God. We've heard the way that you've done that. Now listen, that's what God wants to do in our lives. He wants, by the power of his Spirit, to drive out all the evil, to drive out all the past nature, to drive out all the sin that so easily besets us, Hebrews tells us. And then once he drives those things out by his word, by his power, by his Spirit, we should tell of those victories to the next generation. We should say, hey, look, this is what God did in my life. And God drove those things out of my life by his word and by his power, by his Spirit. So God can do that in your life also. He's going to drive those things out of your life by his Spirit. You need to tell the next generation, tell your kids, tell someone what God has done in your life. May God bless.